Please give it up for the modern augur. Here's Love and Sex Premonitions from Haruspex Lena.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Are you all right?
I'm Ariana.
Awesome. Hello, sweet daddy.
Hello.
So lovely to meet you all for the first time. Thanks for having me on this show.
Well, what did you think of the show so far?
I wasn't watching. I was doing a yoni core meditation in the dressing room.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So you're coming into this cold.
No, it involves a steam bath that I hover over. So I'm probably about lukewarm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just to fill you in, I have literally have sex. How many times, Harley?
10,000 times. Literally.
Yeah. So
That's not what I'm getting, but
well,
if you say so. A lot of people
Fine.
have different interpretations of what sex is,
That
of
is
what
true.
love is,
that is true.
and I'm here to talk about some of those.
All right.
Hey.
Hey.
So,
So you have a presentation
Yeah, I do.
to show?
I guess I should have sat down at one point.
No, it is quite all right.
I'm sorry, I'm just like so nervous because I usually hold these things in meetings of yurts where no one's wearing shoes. So everybody wearing shoes is like really throwing me off right now.
I could take mine off.
Please, that would make me feel more
No
comfortable.
problem.
If you guys could.
Someone bring a yurt.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, if you guys like turn to any kind of online source or print source, you see that nowadays there's sort of like a mishmash of things, and we have no clear directive in our news, which is why in papers that talk about war, you'll also find things about horoscopes. And what are all those things doing but destroying the environment by making more and more paper? So
Okay, but sex.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. If you rush into things like you do that, then I don't believe you've had sex 10,000 times.
Well, there are 10,000 people that would disagree with you.
And a half.
Sure.
So I thought, what's a more sustainable way than printing horoscopes, thousands of them every day, and all these different tarot card decks. There's Twilight tarot card decks, Pokemon tarot card decks. There's fidget spinner tarot card decks. All of this is incredible amounts of waste that are choking baby sea turtles all over the world. And I just wanted to do something that Mother Nature has already given us and presented to us our fortunes in tangible forms here on this earth. So that's why I have brought back to the year 2017 augurism and haruspexy, which are two ancient crafts typically used in Roman times to divine futures by looking at animal carcasses and the flight paths of birds. But I wanted to do it in a humane and sustainable way, so I've been using Roadkill. So let's start by shuffling the deck and drawing a card for our first Roadkill tarot.
Oh.
So these are all real pictures that I took.
Oh, okay. Can we just hold up?
We're drawing from the deck, and I'm going to feel it. Are you okay with being read first?
Sure.
Or are you impatient right now? We're going to read Harley first, and let's pick the card now. Okay, so right here we have the bowels of fortune. As you can see, we have a clearly outlined heart. There's some gallbladder smashed up over there. The gizzard, which is an ancient organ that we actually have but don't use anymore because we don't swallow rocks and need to reject them.
Okay.
I mean, I do, but it's not through my mouth.
First off, I'm going to ask Chris Duff because you seem to be a little more, I understand things you say. Is this sex?
This is not sex yet.
Yes. Could not. It is.
Yeah, see, the correspondence.
A million years tell you what this is.
All right. Well,
This is an
continue.
ancient art made new. Like, you're gonna see this all over Instagram soon in a sponsored post with my face. Oh my God. Write that down, please. Thank you. So what we have here is this big negative space, and that's kind of where you inhabit, is the negative space surrounding the filth pile of detritus and organs. And what you need to do is come over here to this disembodied foot, and as you can see, it's kind of almost making this rock-on pose. You just need to live your life, Harley. You just need to take it to the next level, and don't let anyone hold you down. Like, you have this guy telling you what to do. You have
Harley works for me. I take care of Harley.
You should maybe rethink that, is what the bowels of fortune are telling
Well,
you.
first
Let's
off,
turn
do not
back
get
to
my
the deck.
business.
All right, we're shuffling the deck. And Chris, are you down? Are you down?
Sure.
Say it. Say I'm down.
I'm down.
He's down, everybody.
I just want to say, this had sex in the title. And I can't.
So we're feeling the card now from the deck. Oh, you got the 2 of rats. These are two dead rats that I found like this in a pizza box.
Oh.
In 2009.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Now, are they having sex?
They did probably, but this is the duality of yourself. See, you have the northern rat, belly up, which represents your outside face to the world. You're very calm, collected. People would describe you as a nice person. Mm-hmm. And then you see the southern rat with his back to the world. Mm-hmm. Sorry. I left an egg timer inside. I don't know how to turn it off without getting too graphic. This is your secret side that you don't present. What we're going to do is hopefully get a crystal reading from this to see which side you should go with.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get the crystal reading. Oh, wow, you got moldavite.
Oh, okay.
That's a really expensive crystal that has mold in the name, and people pay for that. So basically, you're going to keep ruling with your northern rat side, showing your belly to the world, and hoping that they pass you over, thinking that you're a coward, instead of showing your secret side to the world when you could maybe gain some valence from that power of evil. So great, that's great.
Okay, that's great, huh?
So let's take a break from these tarot readings. Thank you so much for your attention and time. I want to move on to the next subject, which is sort of. These are menstrual and ejaculative divinations. So this is real menstrual blood. That's my menstrual blood. And thank you. So a lot of people, they want to do palm readings. Where do you have to go? You have to go inside for that. You have to pay someone. They have a tablecloth. People had to make that tablecloth. This, you just make yourself. And when you can read it across the palm, what is it?
What is menstrual?
It says men.
You never ran a red light before, sweet daddy?
Hell yeah, all the time.
In a car or with your dick? So what we have here is a downward progression, and if we're going to go to the next slide, we can see, okay, so here's how you read a menstrual palm. You have your present reading and your future reading. So let's go to the present reading. This is your orgasmic core line, and it's dictated by all of these preceding factors of the menstruation. This relationship directive, as you can see, mine is pointing northward and is ruled by the planet Mars. We have a doubt threshold. Mine extends entirely across my palm, which is why I do things like text my partners 5 times in a row, you up, and then say, oops, sorry, it said not delivered. Try to send them a screenshot and then send them a different screenshot of me talking about them to my friend. This is the truthfulness line, which is equally as long, which is because I absolutely cannot lie, and I've been trying to learn how. It's not working. And the idiot factor, which you can see mine's very small, but it's kind of a reversal rule where the smaller your idiot factor is, the dumber you are. And then when you flip over the hand, you can see I've got a through line of menstruation going in the back. That is imperative to my sexual wellness. And when you read it, you have to go from the end to the beginning. So we have a singular for the pink, and then we have the duplicates for the stink. And that's what you're sort of like a holistic approach to giving the shocker.
Chris Duffy, what is the shocker?
What is the shocker? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I would ask you, but I feel like you would use those words that I don't understand.
This is the shocker.
Okay.
In all of your 10,000 times, this has never happened to you, or you've never inflicted the shocker upon
Everybody
another
afterwards
person.
is like, good job.
Oh, God. So this is ejaculative divinations. As you can see, these are my hands covered in cum, and we can read them in the following ways. So you have to read the strings first as a predictive, and then the next one is actual. So here is all the things you think are going to come in your life. And so this is you mostly masturbating to the fantasy of what you think is going to happen to you. This is the actual. This is the outcome of what you have done by wasting all your time masturbating and what you'll actually gain in life. And if we could see, when you put those together, you get the future outcome, which is what you strive to be when you are hitting that point in your masturbation where you finally push yourself over the edge. For some people, they come and they visualize themselves as a doctor. Other people, it's just like a big swirling void. What do you see when you come, sweet daddy? Have you ever come? Are you here right now?
I have come,
You've come?
but I'm always coming. Yeah. I'd never seen it look like that before. It's usually.
You've never seen this before. In all the 10,000 times. No fluid resembling this has come before your eyes.
I mean, well, yeah, I see it like that, but I don't like make it a spider web in my fingers.
I made this, but I didn't make this, you know? This is how it appears.
Is this what's in the egg?
Divining. This is the white of the egg, you could say.
All right.
You just accept that? Okay, whatever. So the final part of the ejaculative divinations. I'm sorry, Chris, do you want to say something before we go to the self-fulfillment part of the come hand?
No, I was just going to say we went from like 0 to 1,000 real fast as far as you learning about sex.
Yeah, we're
I
on a
know
high
everything
level.
there is to know about sex, but I don't know about the self-fulfillment part of it.
Well, that's a really big part of sex because for a lot of people, what they want to do in their real life, they can't have access to, or it's an impossible fantasy, so they transmute it into their sexual life, which can be good and bad. So that's why we have the self-fulfillment. It's like a window pane that you can see through. This one has not a lot of bubbles, and then the next one, it has a lot of bubbles. That's rationality because there's a lot of holes in that. A lot of holes in that plot. You see yourself as one thing and the actual is the other. But what do we have that meets them in the middle? The truth, which is that you're alone coming on your hand and no one can stop you.